Ahoy crew, I've got an adventure for you today. Cut back to early June, Nintendo opened the opportunity to enter a lottery to win tickets to Nintendo Live 2024 Sydney. Now, we rarely get anything like this in Australia. Heck, this is the first time Nintendo Live has come to Australia at all. So obviously I didn't want to miss a possible chance to go. I entered my account and miraculously I actually won the chance to attend for Saturday. So I was ecstatic. And this video will be showing you guys what this amazing event was like. Let's raise the anchor and drop the sails. Now, as you can imagine, the event was packed. I opted to use a warp pipe pass, which was something you could apply to have express entry between particular time slots. So this allowed me to enter the venue between 10 to 12 a.m. We even each got a goodie bag, and I'll show this off at the end of the video. We got some neat stuff in there. We queued for probably 20-ish minutes, give or take. I imagine it was a lot longer later in the day because the crowds that were coming in later were much, much larger. But eventually... here we go!
This is gonna be an epic day.
There was so much to see. Every game had its own themed respective area. There was the store, there was the front stage, there was the Charles Martinet line. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know where to start. And, you know, while each of the areas were really, really great, as you can see, they were awesome, I've got to unfortunately say that the lines really weren't. Most of the day was waiting in long queues or going to get ready to queue, and the line being cut off and being told to try again in like 30 minutes or an hour. It was getting a little frustrating, and there was a lot more people than I think they expected to attend. I ended up sitting for a while at the block cushions at the Mario Dojo because it was just getting so tiring getting around, fighting the crowds. And this is where I started my Kabbalah hunt. Though I didn't get it at the venue, sadly. I did find an Oinkalone, which I forgot to record, of course, and a Strudel.
Oh, not what we were looking for.
Getting back to the lines, however, the same unfortunately went for the Nintendo store, and for a while I was sure I wouldn't even get a ticket to go in. There was a huge line forming all the way from the store, and they kept telling people to stop queuing because the line was a safety hazard, but everybody was getting just so annoyed at being told to come back in 30 minutes to an hour, only to be told, sorry, the line's closed again, so people just kept queuing anyway. It was all the way across the whole venue, across to the Mario Dojo. A worker ended up actually picking the sign up and carrying it along to the front of the venue where we all entered, and the crowd was about 50-50. Do we follow? Do we stay? Nobody was really too sure, and I think a lot of the staff were quite confused about it too. Anybody we asked, we got different answers. It was just so crowded. It kind of felt like being sardine in a can. And I was there alone, but I was really, really lucky. There was this really gorgeous Link and Zelda cosplayer duo from Breath of the Wild, and them and their mutual friend kind of let me hang with them through the line. So I'm really thankful to them. I hope that they had a great rest of their day. We all waited together in line, and I was lucky enough to get an entry ticket. Guys, I didn't even think I was going to be able to go in. I got a ticket for the time slot for 2 to 2:30, but I then realized that unfortunately that means I missed Charles Martinet's Q&A. And it took us so long to get through the line to the store, getting into the store, and lining up to purchase our things, that everything was pretty much already sold out, and it was early afternoon on the Saturday. From what I overheard, there was nothing at all for people to buy on Sunday, which is really sad, honestly. I was told I had a 2-hour wait time before picking my items up at the front of the venue, so by the time I got there it was about 3. So I had to pick it up by 5, and the venue shut at 6:30. Keep this in mind for later. By the time I got out of the store, Martinet's Q&A had just finished, and people were lining up for his final meet and greet for the day. I just made it into the line before they closed it off for his final meeting. I'm so thankful. He was so friendly. I got a nice hug from him, and oh, definitely really cool. And finally, the end of the day was waiting for my items. This was also not super well thought out. There was probably a good 100 or so people waiting in the front lobby of the Sydney Convention Centre with the sun slowly setting. The final pickup times for items was meant to be just before 6:30, but I'm pretty sure it went way past this. They started slowly announcing people's orders one by one over the PA. I was lucky enough that my order got called out pretty quickly, and I was able to be on my way, though walking back to my hotel at night in Sydney wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but I was so tired from the day that I actually completely forgot that I was dressed as Luigi walking back. So I had a lot of people giggling or calling over to me on the way back, which, you know, actually wasn't that bad. It was kind of funny hearing people just yell, "Luigi, hey!" across the street. Definitely something that I probably won't ever experience again, but it was pretty funny. Now, addressing the goodie bag, we were given this really awesome tote. It had a large sticker of Kamala, some smaller stickers for a few of the other IPs, exclusive pins, and this incredible medallion. We also each had a pass that we were meant to wear for the day. I know quite a few people weren't actually wearing theirs, but I wore mine. I thought it was really, really cool. And relating to the Kamala... Okay, so I didn't find it at the Nintendo Live, but I did go ahead and hunt it here. There it is, finally, Shiny Kamala.
Woohoo!
Yay! It took a bit of hunting post-event, but we did find our koala, and to honor the event, I named him Martin, short for Martinet. Okay, so a couple of days after the event, Nintendo actually acknowledged that they were incredibly underprepared for the event, that they had a lot more people buying stuff than they anticipated, and that they would be offering the Sydney exclusives on their website for a second chance of purchase to try to remedy the store situation, since those attending on Sunday didn't get a chance to buy anything. This is definitely a good step in the right direction. I'm hoping that in future, if they do host something like this in Australia again, that they'll know better for next time. All in all, the event was amazing. It was so much fun, and everybody I met there was incredibly kind and friendly. I spoke and met so many new people, so many new other Nintendo fans, and every line I waited for was people just as excited as me, with various Nintendo-related conversations. I remember there was a conversation about Pokemon, someone else was telling me about their starting villages in Animal Crossing, and just seeing all of my favorite characters made real in either statue or costume form was just amazing. This is an event that I'll definitely never forget. I'm hoping that I'll be able to go to more in future. If you stuck with me until the end, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video and that I could give you a good enough rundown of the event. Again, it was just so incredible to see it all for real. I did in fact miss a few venues. I didn't get the chance to record the Pokemon setup. There was a whole area with Scarlet and Violet setups that you could play. There was a big wall with Koraidon and Miraidon on it. I had walked through and recorded these, but turns out I pressed for the camera instead of video, so I had a single picture from the front of the area. That was it. It was quite cool, and there's plenty of other people who've posted their perspective on the event too, so if you want to see those, definitely go check out some of the other creators and see what they've got. That said, let's drop the anchor and raise the sails. Bye for now.